Okay, it's Mark, and we're going to start our live show for the night. And so tonight, actually, I want to start the show off by saying that the music was from Incompetech, and that's let's see if I can bring it up. You can see here. So if you guys like that kind of music and you want to add it to your animations, it's free, so it's all royalty-free music. As long as you're not making money at it, like selling it. Essentially, you go on their site, and there's always all kinds of new stuff on here. So we've got archives all the way back to, looks like, 2006. So we're talking about like literally, 10 years of music that's been uploaded. I think probably at least once or twice every month from Kevin McLeod. So yeah, a lot of awesome stuff on there, all free. Now, if you want to use this music for commercial purposes, like if you want to put it on I don't know, if you're selling your videos or something like that, you probably need to get a license. So there's like a music license section on there. So anyway, I mean, it's really a cool site. I just played, I guess, maybe 4 or 5 songs for our show opener using just the music from here. So really great resource. Definitely check it out. Now, Jason mentioned before that he says he's still getting his head around the dream topic, but now that he's got some free time in his schedule, he's going to be hitting the ground running before next week for his monthly challenge entry. So if you guys haven't started yet, you might want to look into getting, at least your ideas down on paper. It's going to end, we have about, March 2nd is not too far away. I guess it's one more week away. So definitely work on that if you have the time. And I know Clay Mara is working on hers. I've seen some stuff on her Facebook. And so she's always working on these before most people. But I think she comes up with ideas really fast. I think that's one of her strengths. And she always has a lot of abstract ideas, and that's perfect for dreams, right? Because dreams are always kind of a weird, there's no logic to them sometimes, and there's always some strange characters that show up or situations. So anyway, monthly challenges, dreams. Make sure you guys get started if you haven't started yet. And we've got a couple of videos to show from our members. And so Huzar Zombor is a new member. And Huzar is making a video game using stop motion. So he posted this video on in our forums. And he says, "Hi, I'm not making a stop motion film, but a video game. It is not entirely stop motion, but I use that plenty of times. You can watch the video here or under our Facebook page. So be sure to share your thoughts." So the Facebook page is, hopefully this works. So the game is called ALMAG, or ALMAG. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. My wife would pronounce it ALMAG in her native Tagalog language from the Philippines. But so we got some pictures on here. We've got a logo, which looks pretty cool. And let's see, there's some music on here as well. So quite a few things on here. Let's check out some photos first. Maybe we can check out what it looks like. And here is, it looks almost like, let's see, looks really nice. So I guess some of the elements that are not stop motion or not, handmade would be like the blue in the back there. It looks like it's probably chroma keyed. And we're going to talk about a new program that's free for compositing stuff like this, which I think this is probably not done in the same program, but definitely this is green or blue screen perhaps, because the grass is green. So we've got some sort of moss on here. We've got some little trees, and we got some pine cones and some looks like some rocks. and some mushrooms, and it looks like this is the character, the main character here. It looks like he's made from clay, which is pretty neat. So that's what it looks like. So let's watch the... Well, first off, if you want to see this, if you want to get to this on Facebook, I guess ALMAG is what you'd search for. And it's a fairly new page. It's only been up there since December 15th. So not a huge amount of stuff on there yet, but enough. I'm going to like it. I'm going to close this. And let's watch the trailer. It looks like it's for an indie. It says ALMAG Indiegogo trailer, so maybe there's a way I can actually open that up. So let's play it first. There you have it, and essentially it looks like everything is animated as like sprites or something, to where he's sliding most of the characters around on the background. Interesting. I saw one shot that was a little bit weird. The only weird thing I saw here is how... Is it here? Let me see here. So I thought this was kind of strange how the foreground and background was moving. It almost seems like the midground should be moving also. Like I don't think he has the concept in his mind so much, where like the foreground moves really fast, the background moves slow, and the midground kind of at a medium pace. But you can see here, you know, the trees moving there doesn't make complete sense. So so probably doesn't have a big animation background or training or anything like that, but it looks really great. And I think that the character looks really cool. I think the lighting here is really fantastic. That looks great, even though you can tell it's, you know, it's computerized, but it looks really nice. And the pine cones are really, that's really clever to make as some sort of alien-like trees. So let's see. So Rana's saying that don't forget that you can... Whoops, where did my chat go? There we go. Don't forget that you can key any color now. People get blue and green stuck in their heads because those colors were needed to film and for film and video, but digital can use any color. That's true. Yep. Just could have used red or something. It's true. And so Beard is saying using 2D tweens with real objects is an interesting look. Yeah, so Nick is saying characters are nice, but could do with less of that digital distortion that keeps going all the time. Yeah, well, it's kind of a mix between, you know, stop motion and you know, like I say, like some sort of sprites or something like that. I think it looks pretty cool. And it's not done, but I'm wondering about the Indiegogo part of this, because there's probably more information. Yeah, maybe this isn't on Indiegogo yet. Maybe not. Okay. There's no links to it. But so that's from Husar Zombor. So really cool work. And thanks for uploading that if you're watching this, Husar. Alright. Now we have from Super Daddy TV, we have a new video. And this is called Charlie Butters, Andrew, and Narnia. And I don't think I've shown this before, so we're going to watch this. It's only about 2.5 minutes long. So let's go.
Oh, oh.
Well, hello there, young man.
Hi there, old woman.
No, I'm not a woman.
Oh, sorry. The beard threw me off. You kind of look like my old lunch lady.
Well, my name is Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Thomas?
No, Tumnus. Anyways, might I interest you in a piece of candy?
Well, is my favorite pastime tasting gum stuck on my desk at school? Of course you can. Lay it on me, Tommy, my boy. Oh, it's so good. Oh, whoa. Oh, gosh, I mean, no, it's horrible. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Oh. Oh, whoa. Tommy, what was that stuff?
It's Turkish Delight. It's the best candy in the land.
Wow, Tums. That doesn't say a whole lot about this place.
Well, I never.
Well, if you never ate that stuff, you'd be a whole lot happier, I can tell you that.
Now see here, the Queen has entrusted me to deliver it to all the children of our land.
Whoa, Mr. Tumbles. I wouldn't go tooting your horn about that one. If I were you, I'd drop it in the nearest trash can and call it a day. I mean, that stuff tastes like somebody already ate it. What? Was it something I said?
Alright, so he could not, I guess he could not sell his candy if his life depended on it, which is too bad for him. But, yeah, it was definitely, there's also some digital manipulation there as well. So, let's see. Yeah, I mean, digital technologies are really something that, you know, people are utilizing a lot more lately for stop motion. And, you know, actually, I want to mention something about that next. Somebody posted this on Facebook, and it was the Anomalisa trailer, and also there was a news story written about this recently. And the story was basically blaming the producers for using what would amount to something like rotoscoping for the film. And okay, what is this? I'll have to check that out. Now what should I call you, Mr. Smiley Face? Because you're just a smiley face there. But yeah, we can probably watch your video here in a minute. But Anomalisa is, you know, it looks really polished. And if you guys, I mean, we've shown this in the past. I'm just gonna show you guys some. I'm gonna mute it and show you guys what it looks like. And it's not actually true. You know, they didn't use any rotoscoping for this. It's just plain old great animation. So it seems like stop motion is now at this point where it's so good and so convincing, and it looks almost real. You know, when you watch it, that people's, you know, there's this the suspension of belief is really prominent nowadays. And I think with the latest Leica feature with Kubo and the two strings or whatever it's called, is gonna really make people, you know, they're gonna believe in stop motion is really amazing because it is, right. But some people are so used to really choppy animation that they can't believe that this is not rotoscoped, or there's some sort of trick that we aren't seeing, or maybe there's like digital manipulation or something. And if you notice that even their faces aren't digitally cleaned up, you can actually see the lines between the upper and lower expression on these replacement faces here. So, you know, the amount of digital cleanup is actually less probably on this film than on most films. So Nick is saying that they do actually have bigger heads than real people, but it comes across as very realistic. And he says naturally you would want fairly realistic moves to go with this visual style, not cartoony moves. Exactly. I mean, the style lends itself to realistic motion, and I mean, maybe people can't believe that stop motion animators are that good. I mean, it's kind of funny. And Ron is saying that I think you get better performance from an animator if you cut them loose to act on their own. And Thomas said, I enjoyed it overall. It was definitely a mixed bag animation-wise, but I actually really enjoyed the deliberately rough replacement faces. Yeah. And so Jason says that he agrees with Ron, but he thinks he also likes this as another technique. And Janet, welcome to the show, Janet. She says, I saw this movie, but I didn't like a few scenes, like with the naked main character. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this, so I don't know. I don't know all the shots involved and whatnot. But it seems like a really interesting film, and the hair on these puppets is actually really good. I mean, his hair looks fairly realistic, and I wonder how they did her hair. I mean, they probably have wires all throughout it, but it seems like that would be pretty hard to animate. But yeah, it seems really intriguing. And okay, thanks, Stamp. So let me back up here. So, Mr. Smiley Face, you said from your friend in Paris you had a video you wanted me to show. Okay. Alright, let me do this. So, anyway, that's Anomalisa, and I just wonder, you know, how much further can we take stop motion, and it's already to the point where we've convinced people that it's, you know, super fluid in a sense. Ah, okay. Now, Mr. Smiley Face, yeah, I've shown this this G.I. Joe film in the past, so I'm not gonna show this tonight. But if you guys do want me to show something, if you can, try to send me stuff before the show so I can kind of review it and see what you guys are wanting me to post, if possible. So okay, and so Stamp Motion says he sent a video. All right, well let's see. Alright, maybe I'll show this one. Okay. Yep, I've shown this also, but we can load it up. Let's see. Alright, so looks like, oh great. Yeah, we can show this tonight. But I'm gonna go through some other things first. But yeah, the Little Prince featurette, that's great. That's something that I really want to see as well, and I think that it's probably out there in theaters. I should probably see if it's here locally. Oh, okay. So Thomas is saying that there was an awkward puppet sex scene in that movie in Anomalisa. Okay. Yep, that would probably be kind of strange. All right, so I did want to show this film. It's about 5.5 minutes long. How much time we have left here? And it's only had 7 views, and it's from Matthew Jacob. And there's no description here, and I don't know if Matthew's a member or not. But we're gonna show this, and this is called Bublee Jaan. So let's watch.
Amma, io mo fai guai o più yam.
Va fi corner, dragi ascultători.
Alright, so some pretty nice 2D animation for the credits there, and it's a simple story, but I kind of question like why, why does this guy have to have an arm like that, and what happened to his last arm? So this guy's like a prosthetic engineer of some sort. It's kind of a weird topic, right? So pretty neat, I think. All right. So anyway, I wanted to show that, and so that's from Matthew Jacob, and subscribe. He doesn't have any subscribers. Give him a thumbs up, and not really sure if he's got any other stop motion videos, but maybe not. I guess not. It's like he's maybe from maybe India or Middle East somewhere. So, alright. Anyway, wish I could say more about him, but I don't know much more, sad to say. Alright. So, if you guys have noticed on our main page on animateclay.com, I believe this news was already posted, but let's see if I can make this bigger. Let me see here. That's the gallery. Yes. Okay. So Peter Ellis and Darren Longthorne and Robert Vaughn, they had a campaign to raise funds for their film project, and it's called Den of the Dead. And so they recently finished it, and Peter is making some. He's making like these sort of behind-the-scenes videos on how they made the film. And he's got a let's see, trying to find the link so I can show you guys. He's got the Kickstarter project and tweets. Alright, let me do something real quick. Let me go here to my site, our site, and see what happens now. All right, so here we go. So Pete is the person behind the magic. But I want to open it up on Vimeo. Will it open on Vimeo? There we go. Okay. Perfect. So Scope Animation on Vimeo is the Vimeo page you want to subscribe to, and so they've got 2 episodes so far that I've seen, and it's on making molds. One is for some shoes, and the other is basically just like an announcement of their film project being completed. And you can watch it for free on the internet, and we're just going to watch about a minute of it, and then I'm going to give you guys the link to where you can watch the full video. So here we go.
W Anchor News with me, Simon Zanzibar. Are we on? Are we still on air? Oh, okay. Good evening. Welcome to W Anchor News with me, Simon Zanzibar. Today we stand with one foot teetering on the face of extinction. No, not my face. This is the face of Simon Zanzibar. This face isn't short, ladies. But yes, we stand today, even though I am sat down. no longer divided by race, color, or creed, but by those that are living and those that are... Hey you, keep it on me. Okay, so where were we? Ladies. Yes, the dead. The dead are rising. The army can't stop them. The government has fallen. But I, Simon Zanzibar, am still on the air to keep you, yes you, ladies, informed of what is going on, as you are safely tucked away in your... Mommy! Help us! Help us! There must be someone out there. Someone who can save us. If you can hear this, aim for the head. Go for the brains. Help! We need a hero! Oh, bollocks.
So I'm not going to watch the whole thing because he does have this for sale, and I don't want to hurt his sales, although it is for free on YouTube. And I'm going to subscribe. But they've got a gallery on their website, and see if I can bring that up again here. It's got gallery. And I know we've probably looked at some of these in the past. And can I make it large? Larger? No. I can't. Okay. But it's basically a zombie film, and so I know some people are talking in the comments. Like some people are, they don't mind gore. They kind of do mind gore, and it just depends on your taste. But it is a violent film, as you might expect any zombie sort of film to be. And here are some of the pictures. Now where? Okay, here's the zombie. I wish there was a way to expand this somehow. Alright. Yeah, the gallery is a little bit hard to navigate. But some of the puppets are really nice, and I think the film is a bit long, and to make a longer film, anything longer than 5 minutes to me is long. So you can see here some of the quality. They've got like a bathroom set here, and you can see the zombie and our main character all in the same picture. There's a making of section on the site, and if you guys want to find this site for yourself, go to danofthedead.co.uk and you can find it. And also they've got the blog as well. So these are some of the behind the scenes pictures. So we've got our zombie here, which is actually a really cool sculpture. Some really neat designs, and you guys saw the news anchor as well. Some nice paint job. And here you can see the camera setup, which is actually pretty complex. Got a stepper motor in here and a control box of sorts. So I'd be interested. I'm gonna watch that later and examine how this looks. Looks like a Canon camera, DSLR. Here's one of the sketches. Wish I could make it bigger for you guys, but I can't. But here you can see one of the molds for the shoes. And on their Vimeo page, you can see how they did this and why they did it in this way. Here you can see final casting of the shoe. And here is the armature. And I believe this was a Animation Supplies Pro Plus or thereabouts armature kit. Not sure which one. Probably Pro Plus, because you got the rig block in the hips there. And so they used this foam to build it up. And I imagine cast some sort of material over it. Let's see. And there's part of the set. Let's see. Yeah, so there's the feet. So let's click on the blog and see what comes up here. Okay, so yeah, it's been, I didn't realize it was that long. So the Kickstarter campaign was in September of 2013. So it took about 3 years. Wow. Ah, okay, let me see. So so they used an armor creature kit, which these aren't created anymore. The armor creatures, they aren't around. Wesley Wood is discontinuing those, so, and yeah, so they raised quite a bit of money. So have any of you guys out there tried to start a Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaign, and how did it go? Anybody? I know Ron Cole. Ron Cole has benefited a lot from campaigns on the internet from other clients. I've never tried to do it myself, but yeah, it's great, isn't it? So I mean, they basically got, you know, 12 or 11 or 12 times what they asked for in donations, which is really nice. All right. Well, anyways, just wanted to show that to you guys. And this blog here is stopmotionzombies.blogspot.com. So if you guys want to find that, pretty cool little site. So finally, I just want to say that they did, it is for sale, as I mentioned. And I believe Pete posted something in the forums about that. So we're going to click on the forums real quick. Might have been here. Here we go. Dan of the Dead by Pete. And this is where I heard about it because I didn't know. But you can click on the link in there. Oh, what's this? All right. Well, I may have to actually write to him later and ask him about this. But I know you could buy it if you want to. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. So maybe it's just for free. Well, that's pretty cool too. But I should ask him. I'll ask him later on and see what he says. Okay, so anyways, moving forward. So Beard Botnik is saying, I'm seeing more people go the way of Patreon as well, particularly for episodic content. Yeah, Patreon is actually a really good way to raise funds. Especially I've considered doing that with this live show, but I'm not really sure if people really want to pay to, you know, have me do these live shows. I've been doing them for free for several years. So anyways, moving forward, Ron Cole sent me this link, and I thought this was pretty amazing. If you guys are out there and you don't have any sort of way to composite your shots using blue screen, green screen, red screen, pink screen, you know, whatever color you want to use, this here is called Natron, and it is a program that is designed, I guess it's sort of like an open source platform. Let me see. Might not be open source. Let me see. Well, it has a lot of the word open in most of their add-ons, so I'm pretty sure it is. So compositing, as you guys know, is essentially where you take a background and you paint it green and you evenly light it, and then your foreground characters can have, you know, whatever you want as long as they're not the same color as the background. And then digitally, you can remove that background color to replace it with either a sky or live action like Dynamation, where you have live actors in there or actresses, or any kind of scene like that. And it's really common in editing, of course. Nowadays, I think most people probably know what it is. And this program is free, but the thing that's good about this is Real Smart Motion Blur is something that you can use with it. And Real Smart Motion Blur is a program that you have to pay for, but most people would use it for really high-end, expensive editing programs like Adobe Premiere, which of course, as you guys probably know, there's this Adobe Cloud thing now. So if you guys wanted to add motion blur to your animations, you would normally have to sign up for 6 months or something like that, or a month subscription, and then you would buy Real Smart Motion Blur. And when you buy this program, you would try to make it all work and learn it and everything. And if time runs out, you'd have to buy it all over again, another subscription to just to learn it, or if you don't have time. So the program is $149.95 for Real Smart Motion Blur, and it comes in Mac OS, Windows, and Linux. But this here in particular is for there's different downloads. So let me see if I can go back here. Where was it? So if you want to download it, they have all these options, and you'll see Natron here. So you click this to download it, and the pricing, as I said before, is $149. And here, let me see if they can show some of the. They probably got a video. Let's see what this does here. So this kind of shows you guys what it can do. And Natron, yeah, as Ron Cole is saying, it's totally free and open source. So this is the cheapest possible way to add motion blur to your shots. And this here, I think, might be an example of what you can. I think you can actually reverse motion blur and stuff too. So if something is blurry and you want to sharpen it up, I believe you can do that with this too. But for stop motion, you don't really need to do that, right? Because each frame is already sharp. But there's a lot of different settings. You can add more or less motion blur over time. And this here is a frame blending technique, which I believe what it does is it adds like in-betweens to your shot. So some of the different features. So here's, okay, so Patrick Boyven, I guess he's been using this program quite heavily. He's extremely popular on YouTube. He's got all his, like Bruce Lee and Batman vs. Joker and all that kind of stuff. And, like they say that if you do good stop motion animation, it doesn't really matter if you add blur or not. But if you like that look, that blurred look to sort of match live action, or you're trying to match live action, this is really the only way to do it fairly easily. There's different ways. I think Peter Montgomery is one of the few people that knows how to add blur using different programs. He's got After Effects, I think, and other stuff. And there's ways you can do that with that. But it's going to cost you a lot more, most likely, in the end. So, and Nick is saying that he's tried Real Smart Motion Blur, and he's tried it in After Effects, but After Effects can do just as well using its internal plugins. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think Peter Montgomery knows pretty much all of the proper settings to get really great motion blur, which he is more of a dynamation person, so he's always been trying to hone his the output of that program. But so Beard is saying it's cool to see a software that is frame based. All the other software I've tried that is free always works on a timeline format instead. And Ron is saying it's based on Nuke. And Nick is saying, I like frame-based with shots lasting 50 to 300 frames. I don't need time code. So, yeah, this is a really cool program. I think that this is definitely the cheapest way I've seen that you can use it is by using Natron, so it's really cool. I'm gonna add this to our link section on animateclay.com, and there's links for editing programs, so it will be there permanently. So if you guys want to find it later on, you can. But if you're wanting to go there on your own, after watching this, you can go to Natron, natron.fr, and it should load up. Let me make sure. Yes, okay, it does. Yeah. Also works on Linux. I don't know if there's any Linux fans out there. A lot of people like it because it's so... it doesn't use up a lot of resources of your computer, and people kind of like that, but... Alright, so Natron. Alright, so let's see here. Let me close this. So who was it that wanted me to show this? I guess it was Stamp, Joy Stamp, posted this. This is only 4 minutes long. This is the Little Prince featurette behind the scenes with Jeff Bridges, Rachel McAdams, and Movie HD. So I don't think I've seen this yet, not this long version. So let's watch. And actually, before I start, I should mention that part of this is going to be CG and part of it is stop motion. It's a mixed media type film. So, all right. So that was the Little Prince featurette, and it looks pretty awesome. I haven't seen it, but just the way that the stop motion looks and the puppets and everything, it's really cool. And yeah, I saw Jamie in here. Jamie is the creator of Dragon Frame or Dragon Stop Motion.
When you're building...
If you guys don't know that already, let me see if I can find him here. So it's further back, but yeah, this looks really cool. I didn't realize that the plane was such a large prop behind there. Let's see. That's huge. That's great too. Alright, well anyways, what else, guys? I guess that's really all I had to talk about tonight. Does anybody else have anything they want to show? Or do you have any links or anything that you want me to... We have about maybe 5 more minutes left. Yes, Ron? Oh, am I gone? What happens? I still see it. I still see the video. Everything seems good. Alright, well anyways, maybe if it's not working for you guys, it's a good place to wrap up the show. Ah, okay. Am I gone? Yeah, it must be a copyright claim. Ah. Good time to wrap it up. Yep, that stinks. All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. If you guys can see this later on, I do appreciate that. But that is the way YouTube works. So see you all later.